Howdy there, folks. Just want to update everybody on what's going on here. Futures are up pretty darn big. Dow futures up 400 plus, S&P 500 up 1.6%, NASDAQ futures up 1.75% here. As far as Bitcoin, Ethereum, both are going green as well. Solana as well. If we check on Hungry Bull app there, this is obviously big money buying right now. This is not like retail folks out there, something trying to buy the market up pre-market, many hours before the market even opens or something like that. This is clearly like Wall Street doing this. And a few things that could be at play here. One is we have heard of this big influx of money coming in the back half of the month of June, essentially. Essentially funds that have to rotate money. And we've heard that this big influx of money is coming in the back half of June. Maybe some Wall Street money is trying to front run that, something like that. I don't know. Something else I want to say that's very important is this is a big week of earnings. Actually, surprisingly, you might think earnings is like done until bank earnings come out in a few weeks. Well, it's not actually. There's 3 really big earnings reports this week. And I think Wall Street's playing a reverse psychology game here that I want to explain. So Lenore's reporting before the bell tomorrow, okay, on Tuesday. Then you have KB Home reporting Wednesday. Then you have FedEx reporting basically after the close on Thursday. Those are actually 3 really important earnings because 2 home builders, right? And one of the biggest global companies that if you want to know how the economy is doing, FedEx, right? Now, Wall Street could almost be playing a reverse psychology game here. And think of it this way, right? Everybody expects, at least, my expectations are for home builders that they're going to say, if they get asked anything about how orders are coming in June, how orders came in May, they're likely not going to have good things to say, and they're likely going to have bad things to say about demand, orders coming through, how they're starting to look a little more pessimistic at the market, right? They're still remaining optimistic, but, things are deteriorating. They're going to say things like that. Now, usually how this works essentially is if home builders all of a sudden report bad numbers, or not that they're going to report bad numbers in terms of the past quarter, but in terms of guidance and like the backlog and orders that are coming through right now that are going to be, for homes that are going to be built in 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 9 months from now, right? In terms of that, usually how it works is if those home builders say something bad, those stocks move down, right? And it can move the markets down because everybody starts freaking out and like, oh boy, real estate's starting to weaken, which means the economy is weakening. But we're in a very different dynamic right now. Because inflation's been so high, what Wall Street actually wants to see is demand falling. Wall Street wants to hear that people aren't going out there and bidding up those new homes now. That's what Wall Street wants to actually see, because the faster we can get this demand down, the faster we can get inflation down. The faster we get inflation down, the faster the Fed can stop raising interest rates, and the more we can start to normalize the economy, or at least get closer to normalization of the economy, right? Which in 2022, we're going to have no normalization. The hope is that we can normalize pricing somewhat as we go into 2023. And over this last, let's call it 6 months or so of this year, we can start getting inflation down. The Fed can start chilling a little bit, and we can get demand down. Wall Street actually wants to see that. So it's very counterintuitive, and it's almost a reverse psychology play of what you would usually expect in the market nonetheless. And so we'll see how all this transpires. I'm just here to keep you guys up to date with everything going on in the market. There's a lot of changing things all the time. Check out the video I released earlier today if you didn't get a chance to check out that one. That's a really good one that goes in depth on many different fronts there. Much love as always, guys, and have a great day.